Stunning, isn't it? But how about this? When my Lanshan failed on the mountains of Arran, my biggest challenge that day had been the wind. Since that experience, those of you that follow me will know that I bought the Luxe Hexpeak v4a, which shares a lot of the characteristics as a Lanshan 2, but with one key difference: a reputation for high performance and strong winds. So with a forecast for conditions and wind speeds similar to that I encountered on the mountain summit, I decided it would be a good idea to go out and find somewhere so I could see how the Hexpeak would perform. For the test, I chose a location that was close to home, that was as close to a mountain summit as I could get, an exposed cliff with a 100-metre vertical drop and no shelter from the incoming wind coming off the sea. In the following footage, the wind speeds were generally around 20 to 25 mile an hour, with gusts of around 30 to 35 mile an hour, almost exactly the same as those I found in Castjalaville. So as you'll have seen, the Hexpeak performed extremely well in the wind, even with a sort of questionable pitch and soft tussocky ground. The main movement in the tent seemed to come from the central column, which was two poles connected in the middle with a wee centre part. I have since replaced that with a single long pole, which is a bit thicker, which should offer more stability when the tent is under load. One consideration that I have is how will the fly sheet and the inner perform together in howling winds and driving rain, or in the case of winter, driving sleet. This is a test especially in preparation for the winter, where time spent in the tent is at its longest. You'll be spending 12 to 16 hours in your tent waiting for sunrise. So to test this, I waited for the inevitable forecast for rain, and luckily the Met Office issued a yellow warning for rain, which was going to last about 5 to 7 days. It only lasted 3 days, but that was enough for me to go on, and I pitched the Hexpeak in the garden and waited for it to happen. When the wet stuff came, it came hard, and it poured for 3 days straight without break through the night and everything. So it was a fantastic way to test the permeability of the Hexpeak's fly sheet. In the following footage, you'll see 3 days worth of rainfall, just in short clips, and I will also touch the fly sheet and see how dry it is at the end of each day. The magical sound of rain hammering a tent. It's brilliant, isn't it? It might not be the most exciting footage in the world, although other people seem to do well with it, but it proves one thing. When the fly sheet is wet, its inner layer is dry, so even after 3 days of full rainfall, the inside of the fly sheet was dry to the touch. So that says to me, if it's howling wind and rain, when the wind blows the fly sheet against the inner's not going to absorb any water and it's not going to get damp. With these wee tests concluded, I can now be confident in taking the Hexpeak onto the bigger hills, easy in the knowledge that it's not going to fail me, unlike the Lanshan. I'd just like to take this chance before I sign off to say thank you to everyone that have subscribed to the channel. It's fantastic. I've broken the 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours watch time, so that's absolutely cracking, and I can't wait to make more videos to show you. Hopefully this video has been informative, hopefully it's not been too boring, and I will be back very soon with an actual adventure. So until then, remember, go outside, it's good for you.